totally so. And so today I'm going to discuss how we're going to make peaceful coexistence of diverse people, particularly between Rakhine communities and Rohingya communities in Rakhine State. Then finally I'm going to propose one approach method to resolve the challenges. So that is why I selected today the title to be discussed is Peaceful Coexistence of Diverse Peoples. So to establish that peacefully coexistence between Rakhine communities and Rohingyas, we have to look three main facts. The first one I give the name is challenges. We have to overcome through peaceful coexistence. Second, same time we need concurrently to protect trust building to the confidence buildup. Then the last one for the restoration of people who are suffering now in Rakhine State.
Thank you.
So I just going to shortly brief. So to get the sustainable solution for the issues of Rohingya people, we have to look at these three challenges. Without resolving and overcoming these three challenges, we are unable to get sustainable solutions. So also unable going to establish peaceful coexistence of these diverse people. The first challenge is everybody is denying historic presence of Rohingya in Arkhan State and Burma. So we need to restore the historic presence of Rohingya in Myanmar. This is one of the challenges. Second challenge is 1982 citizenship law, or otherwise, for the operations of articles of 1982 citizenship law, Article 3, Article 4, Article 5, and Article 6. So the last one is retrospective effect. So this is we need to overcome for the peaceful coexistence, also sustainable solution of Rohingya issues. At the same time, we need to do trust building until to get the confidence built. So we need to establish connection between these two diverse peoples. The last one is the restoration of IDP people. For the time being, we have problems to supply the humanitarian aid and also restrictions of access to supply the food to the IDP people. Some racist people are making problem not to supply and not to sell, not to buy. We have to address this one. Second, to prevent, we have three violence already happening in Rakhine State as well as in Burma. The first wave of violence happened in June Rakhine State. Second wave of violence also in September and October in Rakhine State. The third wave of violence erupted in Burma recently in Meghalaya State. But we need to prevent fourth wave of violence in near future. To prevent that one, definitely we need to take actions the people who are directly involved in previous third violence, regardless of their ethnicity, regardless of their superiority, regardless of their authority. If we are hesitant, if governments are hesitant to take actions accordingly, we are not going to be able to stop future violence. That's why we need to address that one. Same time, we need to stop hate speech and also degrading speech. Hate speeches come from the society. We need to stop all distribution of leaflets against hate speech using the tools of religious faith and using the tools of racism, using the tool of epithets. We have to stop. At the same time, we need to stop degrading speech came from the authorities. This is also one of the points not going to benefit establishment of peaceful coexistence among the diverse people of our country. Then also, there are a lot of people are free, or same time we can say a lot of people are trafficking. Same time I can say a lot of people were expelled from their native. That is why we need to prevent expelling or fleeing people from the land. Then we can maintain peace and stability in the region as well as in my country also. Then same time we need to protect civil rights of all human beings, whoever live in IDP as well as live in other areas. This is everybody's job to protect their rights as a human being, regardless of any recognized ethnic or not recognized ethnic. Make sure these people are living with it. They should have the land to live in the world, in every. The last one, for the time being, government already provided temporary shelters for the IDP people far away from the towns and in Rakhine State to prevent the further violence. According to the local authority process, we don't have objection for that. It's to prevent the further violence, relocating these people far away from the downtown center is quite okay. But we need to provide facilities. Those people who are living in temporary IDP camp, like commercial center, education center, healthcare center, also other daily activities. Without just providing relocating these people in the temporary center from far away of commercial center is not going to be benefit. It can be feel the people's segregation. This is going to affect again peaceful coexistence. Also very difficult to start up trust building without connection of these peoples. Another one is social economic life development. Of course, it will be the short-term covering of survival of these people. We need to create their life sustain minimum to survive their daily survival goals. We need to create them jobs, daily jobs. Then also we need to restore their professional fishing, farming, and swimming, etc. Without doing that, AIDS Mediterranean cannot be resolved alone for peaceful coexistence. From there, we have to come up trust-building connections from this, providing this type of sanctions. Then another one is the resettlement. Because as per our authority, this is called temporary shelters provided just to prevent further violence against each other people. So finally, we need to do resettlement. And after resettlement, we need to do for them rehabilitation. This thing is required to start a peaceful coexistence, but to get sustainable solution, we need to look into the political issues. We have two political issues for these people. One is the ethnic identification. Second one is the full-fledged citizenship restoration. Without restoration of these political issues, we are unable to make peaceful coexistence for the long time and the last one. So that's why I would like to just to represent Rohingyas. Everybody are denying presence of Rohingyas here. Really, Rohingyas present in Arakan or Burma or not? I had to prove not based on the history, based on the primary document. I will classify this thing into three stages. Before British coming into our country for the occupation in 1824, so Rohingyas presence was there or not? During the British time, it started from 1824 to 1948. How recorded during the British regime for 100 years. Then we get independence in 1948. After getting independence, how our government recognized these Rohingya people as ethnic. Then a start of problem from there. That is why. So that's why I give the title. Second title is Rohingya belongs to Arakan, then Burma. Please participate to resolve the issue. I am requesting to all international community who are working in any based on the reality. Then, so from this point, I just going to highlight 2 points. I'm not going to brief detail of descendant of Rohingya, just informing to all international community. We can see into the descendant of Rohingya based on 2 ways. One is the scientific research. Scientific research carried out by SRI organization incorporated with the United Nations Economic and Social Organization, as well as with UNESCO, including ISO 639-3. According to their research and scientific research, we can see the Rohingyas were descended from the Indo-European, then to Indo-Aryan, then become Indo-Iranian, then become Indo-Aryan. Among the Indo-Aryan groups, there are few zones categorized into. So these Rohingyas are under the Bengali ethnic zones, clearly mentioned on that. This is a scientific research. Then second one, that based on the historical facts, Rohingyas were descendants of Indo-Aryan, converted into 8th century, become original Rohingyas. There were no assimilation with other religious people. Then these original Rohingyas were assimilated with Arab people in the 8th century, and also Persian people between 700 to 1500. Then again assimilated with Bengali Chittagonian people in 14th century to 17th century. Then with assimilated Mongol in 16th century, and become assimilated Rohingya descendants. My point is, according to a historic event as well as the scientific research, these assimilations were happened before 1823. Before 1823, according to our legal points, any ethnic people as have been settled down within the territories of Burma prior to 1823 are our ethnic groups, and they are the full-fledged and automatic citizens of this country. So this is the point. So according to this classifications, this is the point. You can see etymology of language of the world. Then this etymology is incorporated with here. ISO 6.3. You can with this organization. This is the latest version recently distributed, 2003. So from there you can see this language family. You can see here Indo-Europeans. Under the European, this is the peoples. So I'm going to highlight the Indo-European. From the Indo-European become Indo-Iranians. Under the Indo-Iranians become Indo-Aryan. Under the Indo-Aryan, there is so many zones. In the zones of Eastern, there is their notation also. They call Bengali ethnic zones. From there you can see Rohingya, language of Myanmar. From this scientific research, we have to look another few points. One day you see here Bengali, language of Bangladesh. You can see here Chamwa, language of Bangladesh. You can see here Chittagonian, language of Bangladesh. This is totally clarified when they are different from Bengali, different from Chamwa, different from Chittagonian, based on the scientific research. Okay, this is the graph. There is a lot. I'm not going to be very detailed. Then there is scientific research. After that, from the historical event, that I'm going to refer one book. This is published in 1997 by Ministry of Defense of our country, very recently. The book is called Satana Yongwaton, The Light of Satana, The Light of Empathy. The title of the book. It is yet to be translated in English, just I would like to highlight. According to this publication by Ministry of Defense in 1997, clearly stated that Islam reached to the Burma 1,000 years ago or 1,200 years ago by individually or globally. I started from chief Ricket in Ramray Township in 87th century to 16th century. This official publication by Ministry of Defense. According to this publication by the Ministry of Defense in 1997, confirming Rohingyas presence as an Islamic state is before 1820. We no need to prove 1,000 years living here. We no need to prove 100,000 years living here. We had to prove, according to our legal point, Rohingyas presence is before 1820, before British age. If before British age, these people are automatic ethnic group of this country, according to the 1982 Citizenship Law, Article 3. Clearly stated, national status, Rakhine, Burma, Kachin, Mong, Kaying, etc. And ethnic group who has been settled down within the territories of Burma prior to 1823 as a homeland is Burmese citizen and Burmese citizen. This is very clear to resolve, but people are making complicated. So according to this publication, you can see there also, in Rakhine state, see, there are madrasa, religious schools, 12,000 plus, 1,200 something plus. Then also mosques also, how much? 800 plus. If these people are recently infiltrated from Bangladesh, how these 1,000 plus mosques were constructed? According to the real report, these are only accusations and making instability in the region. This is not reality. Then second one, I would like, just now I said, Rohingyas already present before 1823 in Myanmar. That I would like to show few primary documents. Primary documents. This is a stone monument erected in 8th century, translated by Oxford University in 1935 and 42. Later on translated by Dr. Pamela Gatman from the National University of Australia. According to this translation, the dialect written in the stone monument in 8th century is totally same and similar to the Rohingya language, totally different to the Rakhine language. If those times, not descendants of these people were there, by King Ananda Chandra, 96th king of Rakhine state in West Valley, erected these stone monuments. These are primary documents, this is not history, it's undeniable. Second primary documents I would like to refer is Aesthetic Research Volume 5, published in 1799. According to Aesthetic Research Volume 5, publication in 1799, clearly stated Rohingyas are native of Assam. He also gave differentiation dialogue among the Rohingyas, the people who faith in Islam, then also the people who faith in Hinduism called Ruswan, then also Bangsas. From there clearly we can see Ruswans, Bangsa called Chitakuni are different from Rohingya. Another primary document I am going to refer is Classical Journey, published in 1811 in England. According to this classical journey clearly stated Rohingyas are native of Assam. Another primary document so published in 1815 in Berlin, Germany, in the language of Germany. That publication clearly confirmed Rohingyas ethnically present in Afghanistan before 1820. Then another one, the last reference is the Account of Burma Empire by Henry G. Bell, published in 1852. This is the works of collections of compilations of Colonel Sanders, compilations of Major Knight, compilations of Captain Cox, compilations of Dr. Lydon, compilations of Dr. Francis. Based on that, this is compromise. Rohingyas are native people of Arakan. Those times they were identified as a Rohingya. Just I would like to show, not ignorant. You can see from this document, this is erected in 8th century by King Ananda Sandrai in Rakhine State, translated by Oxford University in 35 to 42. There is a lot of scholars who are translated these stone monuments. Then, according to stone monuments, I will refer to verses 4. This is the original verses in the stone monuments. This is the Rohingya language. This is the Rakhine language. This is in English. You can see jagat. Rohingya also called jagat. Rakhine called kapa. In English called wolf. That means verses dialect is different, same and similar to Rohingya, totally different too. Then another one I would like to point out the numericals. You can see here. For example, numerical in verse 7, this is the verse text, this is the Rohingyas. So 1, in English called 1, in Rakhine called Tai, in Rohingya called Ek, verses also called Ek. This is undeniable. There is a note of translator. This translator Oxford University say we are not Rohingya, that is why we cannot write the whole sentence translation. Just we try to translate what was. Then again, this is the agency research published in 1799 by HSP Society. According to this publication, you see, there is the peoples spoken by Mohammedan who have been long settled in Assam and who call themselves Rohingyas, native of Assam, clearly stated there. Then another, this is the, also you can see, he also gives differentiations of dialects. This is the Rohingyas, this is the Ruswans, this is the Bangsa. For example, sun in English, how Rohingya say well, how Ruswans say soldiers, how Bangsa say here. So from there we can see clearly differentiations. People are worried how we're going to differentiate Rohingya and Bengali because they are appearing same. But scientific researchers already developed the method. Just to apply that one, we need grant from the authorities to work on it. Okay, this is the classical journal, published in 1811. According to this classical journal, also you can see here, Rohingyas, Ruswang, Bangsas, in other Assam ethnic people is here, given their farm dialect. Also, I would like to highlight another here. Because there is a lot of reference, this journal is referring to say that one. You can see. Rohingya, Roswan, Bangsa, and so on, so on, so on. So that is all reference. According to them, this is also confirmed. Then another one is the index. You can see published in 1815 in Germany in the name of Vocabulary Room. According to this publication, also you can see Rohingya, Rusang, and Halal. So clear. This is another document. Burman Empire compiled works of the this narrated and published by the General Hebel in 1852. According to this book in page 65, you can see here clearly. This is the definition of Rakhine state on those times who people are earliest people of there, Hindus of Bengal, also related to Rohingya is here. You can see. Mohammedans who have been long settlements in the country call themselves Rohingyas, native of Assam. That is means regarding to these all primary documents confirming Rohingya as in the name of identifications of Rohingyas were present there before 1823 British community. we had to look another 4 census carried out during the British time. How they identify these people? There is one report, because until 1823, Rakhine State as well as Burma are independent nations. British started occupation in 1824. We had 2 years of fighting against British. After 2 years, we already fall down, as well as lower part of Burma to the British in 1826. As well as Arkan become part of the British, they carry out the census on local people. It started in 1826 by the sub-commissioner of Arkan, Mr. Peck. According to this census carry out, they classify side by side location of the regions, head of the regions, and their particulars. So when we go into detail of the chart, we can see Rohingyas are not only labor class before British, they are also ruling class. 1/3 of Achab district ruled by Rohingya according to this. Then he also gave another point, population. In Achab district, comprising of Mount Obodidong and Ratidong, there is altogether 100 souls. Among the 100 souls, 60,000 are Mok. They didn't record those time Rakhine. They used Mok. Then Musalman, 30,000, Burmese, 10,000, altogether 100,000. So that is confirming Rohingyas present as identifications of Arkhanese Muslim in Rakhine State before British in first report. And second report carried out in 1872 clearly stated Rohingya is a long settler and indigenous race of in Arkhanese State. Then another census carried out in 1911 clearly stated suddenly people become increased. Why these people are become increased? Because of during the Burmese King occupation, Arkhanese fled to the Chittagonian area. During the British time, when country become stable, they're returning back to their hometown. That is why people are increased. That point I would like to highlight. Say, whoever came during the British time from the Chittagonian area to here is that returning from their to homeland according to this. Then another census carried out in 1941. According to this census clearly stated, Arkhanese Muslims are different from Indian Muslims. They are different from Khmer Muslims. They don't mix with the Indian Muslim also. They are native people of Arkhanese State clearly stated. Just I will give you by Charlie. This is census carried out by the Charles Patton in 1826. April 26. This is the original copy we get in Indian Library, certified by their library. We can see this. Okay, from there I would like to add, this is the location we call Pumrai Jones. The headman of the Pumrai Jones, Ibrahim, clearly stated here Arkhanese Muslim. So we can see all, we can study all sides. Then here also we can see. Then you can say this is the origin. Those time we don't have computer. That's why their reports all are written by hand. You can see Arkhanese Muslim, the Mok 60,000, Musalman 310, and Burmese 110. We have translation by Indian government. Here. You see Mok 610, Musalman 310, Burmese 110, altogether 100. So only living in Achab district, comprising of Mount and Then based on that, I have a calculation proposed. Estimations of Rohingya. Number of Rohingya in 1826 is 30,000. Duration by 2012 to 1826, almost 186 years. We use the normal birth rate, 2.4%. Everybody knows Rohingyas have a high rate of birth because married more than one, uncontrolled child, illiterate person. I neglected all these accusations. I take normal birth rate, 2.4%. That is used in banking system to focus the world population. Then using the incremental formula, that's using in banking system, so-called incremental, continuous incremental formula. Using this, substitute this data written in the census. Those time before 186 years ago, 30,000 Rohingya should be today 2.471 million. But currently we are living all over the Burma are 1.2 million Rohingyas. This is proven Rohingyas are not infiltrated from Bangladesh. Rohingya are fleeing from the land, or Rohingyas are expelled from the land. This is so undeniable.
Okay, sir. Could you please?
Okay, I'm going to the final. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Because I know that this is a British census, I attach here. Also, you can see the all British census. I am not going to brief. This is the final point, and I go into the conclusion. After getting independence, Rohingya were recognized until 1965 as an ethnic group. That first recognition is come out in 1954, September 25 by cabinet decision. Clearly stated, Rohingyas are union nationals. Majority are Rohingya people faith in Islam. 75% of people are living in Mountain and Buddhism. This is the first decision by cabinet made in 1954. According to this cabinet decision, Rohingyas are ethnic recognized. Then second, we have second cabinet decision made in May 15, 1961. Because of ethnic recognized, their Rohingya language were granted to announce from Memo official radio until 1961. This is cabinet decision by. Then also there is another cabinet decision and record in Burma Encyclopedia, page 8990, volume 9, published in 1964. Because of that cabinet decision, Rohingyas majority area are facilitated as a Mayu frontier area comprising of Mountain and Buddhism western side of Lebanon until 1964. Then by the last cabinet decision made and attached to the Aikab district, previously Mayu frontier area under the central government. There is another cabinet decision made by Ministry of Defense 15 November 1961 as an ethnic group. Then there is another proof of ethnic of these people. During the parliamentary democracy time also government asked to apply for citizenship. The Rohingyas apply for citizenship. The government say, officer of the district citizenship officer, you don't need to apply because you are belong to one of the indigenous race under the section of 31 1948 citizenship. This is 1951, I attention on that. Then another one you can see in page 86 of High School Geography published by Ministry of Defense in 1978, clearly stated in that map, Rohingya settlement in Rakhine State. Then there is the Yangon University Rohingya Student Association officially formed in 1959. Then this is the recently come out by the instruction of military regime. What is the real events and happens between 1958 to 62, volume 3. According to this, Rohingyas present is there. So from my conclusion is, Rohingya were recognized as an ethnic group by the cabinet decisions and facilitated their administration until 1965, then degraded again as of today as a language. Then this is the cabinet decision final arrangement. This is the original attachment, cabinet decision. This is another cabinet decision. You can see Association page 1961 May. This is the cabinet decision in English. This is the schedule of Union National Race on those times. You can see here, because of short time, then it is here. Then this is the Burma Encyclopedia, Burma cassette. From there you can see clearly Rohingya is there, cabinet decision is there. This is the Mayu frontier area published by Ministry of Defense in 1961 on behalf of government. Clearly stated there. Rohingya is there. Then this is the reply from the Union citizenship to the Abdul Jalil. Is clearly stated, you no need to apply for the citizenship certificate as you belong to one of the indigenous race under the Union section which is 1957. So this is the geography. Curriculums of high school in 1978. You can see the distributions of Rohingya living in Bangladesh. This is the association you can see allow Rohingya students in 1950. So this is the real events recently published by the government. What is the reality? There is a lot of discussion with the Rohingya leaders. Just I would like to show the underlying figures. That's finished. So now, NRC and eligibility 2010 elections. This is the answer item. because I have very short time, I bring a 1947 Constitution propagating India to get the independence. This is the first constitution of Burma. In this constitution, section 11, sub-article 1, 2, 3, 4 clearly stated the citizenship definition. The first one, citizen from national. Second sub-article is citizens whose grandparents belong to indigenous race or alive, eligible to claim as indigenous. Then third article clearly stated people whose ancestors are living here generation by generation. Then sub-article 4 clearly the person who are not born within the territories of Burma, but they born under the territories of British Empire, but willing to live in Burma as a Burmese citizen for that. So should be the citizen of this country. These first three articles to implement government enacted 1948 Citizenship Act. The last one to implement government enacted 1948 Citizenship Election Act. But based on this citizenship Act, government never issued any citizenship certificate to any peoples, including all ethnic. In 1949, enacted another law, so-called 1949 Resident Registration Act. To implement that one, 1951, there is another rule promulgated. According to this law and rule, all ethnic people, including Rohingya, we are issued national ID registration card. So we have to look at this. Now Rohingyas have national registration card. This national registration card is under the Citizenship Election Act or under the Citizenship Act. Because to apply the Citizenship Act, they are born places not within this country, but they are born places within the territories of British Majesty. So, but according to the Rohingyas holding national registration card clearly stated they are born places in Burma, Afghanistan. That's why their citizenship is not under Election Act. Their NRC is. They are held in NRC under the 1948 Citizenship Act. So we have few elections that started from 1936, 1946, 1951, 56, 60, and 1974, 78, 90, 2010. In all elections, Rohingya we are eligible to compete the member of parliament and to vote. Today denying they are not eligible. Even the last 10 years I was elected also. Then degrading. What is the problem now? Excuse me, I will take 5 more time because really I want to show that one. Problem is here. Previously, including all recognized ethnic groups with the Rohingyas are holding all the NRC, National Registration Card, just I mentioned, based on that law. Before 1982 citizenship law came into operation. Based on that, from the NRC, government had to proceed citizenship scrutiny card. What we are holding now, and what the ethnic people are holding now. But authority didn't go on that way. NRC holder degraded to TRC, temporary registration card, instead of issuing citizenship scrutiny card. That is why, after degrading TRC for 20 years, also they are giving the remarks illegal immigrants. Also they are identifying themselves as a Bengali by the authorities. Then restriction imposed on Rohingya for 20 years, movement, marriage, education, business, house renovations, land compensation, etc. Then become 1982 citizenship law, classify citizen into 3 types. Citizen, associate citizen, naturalized citizen. These 2 types of citizens are not eligible to run the office, not eligible to contest member of parliament, not eligible to possess fixed assets like land or these things. Only citizens are eligible. Among the between the citizens, there are 2 types, citizen by birth. That means the citizen from national recognized ethnic group, they are automatic citizens. The citizens, they are already citizens on the day before 1982 citizenship law comes into operation. But for our Rohingya cases, before 1982 citizenship law came into operation, there is only legal document to prove citizen of this country is only NRC, National Resistance. So all Rohingyas are holding now NRC. Some are signed by the government, replaced by the TRC. That is why whoever holding NRC before 1982 are already citizen of this country. This is one of the solutions government had to implement to resolve the issues. Not only to get into TRC, telling things from the Bangladesh. TRC holders are holding NRC. I want to show the photo. You see, this is one of the grandfather of TRC holders. He was also checked out by the Nagamin operation in 1978, choked by the government already here. Okay, this is the backside of that. This is the grandmothers of these TRC holders. Already all checked and checked by the immigration so-called Nagamin operation before people fleeing to the Bangladesh in 1979. Already choked here, you can see. Okay, after that, that guy also whole NRC, you can see here. When it comes to the imposed restriction on Rohingya to degrade these people as a minors or illegal immigrants from Bangladesh, then authorities issue to that guy, again you see, temporary registration card, white card, you see. Even though he's already holding national registration card, his parents are holding national registration card, his grandparents are holding national registration card. That is why even any people holding the national registration card, to them no need to issue temporary card. Temporary card is only for the people who don't have any legal documents. Okay. This is somebody claiming these people are take this document from the immigration paying the money. This is only accusation. I want to show. Before issuing this type of card, government take already biograph of these people. After completement of biography, then government issue the NRC card to the local peoples, FRC, foreign registration card, to the foreigner peoples. You can see there. Before issuing that, this is we call biography, we call in immigration form 1. According to this immigration form 1, they clearly state who is his father, his name, his father, where he born. What is his race identification? You see here, Pa. Pa means union. Because in 1951, government cabinet decision already approved Rohingya as a union national. Those time, all Rohingyas are identified in form 1, Pa, union national. Rakhines and other Burmese are noted symbols as a Ta. Those times we had 2. This is their biography. Then this is his photo. Then this is grandmothers also clearly confirming their birthplace and their race identification. This is her photo. Then when it comes to their grandchildren and grandchildren, these people, descendants of Pa race, already degraded to Bangladesh in the form 1. Today, first government is claiming. Today, first other people are waiting. That's what I want to say. After 1982, citizenship law came into operation.
Retrospective.
Retrospective. That's why I say retrospective. But this is all document. This is I get from the official because their grandchildren want to apply for citizenship in Yangon. That's why this Yangon immigration office writes to the Arkansas State immigration office. They want to apply immigration, please send their grandparents' biodata. We call form 1. This Arkansas State immigration sent to the Thar Township immigration officially their data. I take from them. So this is the thing we have to resolve to get a sustainable solution. That's why challenges and responses. This is my final word. I'm not going to brief 3 challenges because we have 3 challenges I already discussed. So because I want to re-amend the 1982 citizenship law, not because of to restore the citizenship issue for the Rohingyas, because each citizenship law is classified citizen into 3 types. This already exists. How are we going to minimize? When we specify or categorize superior citizen, middle class citizen, and lower class citizen, appetite is already there. This is not going to be benefit nation of this people. This is going to be benefit group of people. That's why should be remain. If they don't want to amend 1982 citizenship law, still according to 1982 citizenship law, Article 3, Article 4, Article 5, Article 6, I'm going to mention Article 6. A person who is already citizen of this country on the day before 1982 citizenship law came into operation. These people are all the. If you implement that one, you can issue the citizenship to the Rohingya people. If you don't want to amend, doesn't. That is why my proposal is for sustainable solution. That I proposed during the discussion with Obama, myself, then during the discussion of David Cameron, UK Prime Minister, then during the discussion of Assistant Secretary General Beijing India, as well as all foreign ministry, including Australia, Mr. Walker, I will propose this one officially. Recently, I already passed to the Speaker of UK Parliament. Then also I campaigned almost 1 month in UK until the end of August. I was in USA because I need international effort. I need international participation for the sustainable solution of these people to make peaceful coexistence in Rakhine State as well as other areas. Without addressing this reality, we can make peace, cannot be sustained. From there, we need the international scholars' participation, the first one. Conformity of Rohingyas' presence in Burma should be approved by international scholars. By the international scholars should be confirmed Rohingyas' presence is not in this country. Because local are denying, because of they are the majority, we are 1.2 million out of 60 million. We have only 2-3 MP out of 1,000. So we are denied people, others are recognized people. We have this type of influence over the Rohingya. That's why we need the international scholar. Based on the primary document, Rohingyas presence is there not to confirm. This is agreed by Speaker of UK Parliament, Mr. John Baker, during my discussion last 2 months. But implementation is not there. During the elders group visit, I highlighted please try to approach to this thing to come into operation. I'm also requesting